Hello, my name is Kurt, and today I'll be talking about another MGTOW topic. Topic in this video will be, there's just too many low quality women out there. It's the truth, guys. It's the truth. Try finding a high quality woman. Try finding a diamond in the rough. It ain't easy, I'll tell you that much right now. It ain't freaking easy. And I remember several years back, just women complaining like, "Oh, there's no high quality guys out there, and all guys are low quality. This and that. Where's my knight in shining armor? Where is my alpha male? Where is this? Where is that?" Let me let you in on a little hint. A little secret here. Okay. Women in today's society, at least in my vicinity, the whole time growing up, and even the shit I'm seeing now, women would prostitute themselves for weed, for a $20 bag of marijuana. And this is not just one or two girls, right? Well, one or two girls, they're understandable, they're sluts, they're fucked up or whatever, you know. It's not one or two people, it's plenty. In the upper realms of 30 or so. I knew 30 girls personally that would fuck for weed, okay? That would fuck for a $20 thing. That's like fucking for $20. That's like being a prostitute for $20. Sucking dick for $20. And these chicks were fucking bareback. They were taking it up the ass. They were doing everything for fucking $20. And they didn't consider themselves prostitutes. They didn't consider themselves whores, you know? And to think, like, I understand if it's for cocaine or like opiates or something. Those are in the higher realms of monetary value, you know. That's a little bit more understandable. If you're gonna do that shit, at least do it with class, you know. Fuck for like $100 a gram bag of cocaine, or like, you know, $50 set of hydrocodone pills or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, $20 really? $10 really? You're gonna stoop so fucking low. Oh, anyway, what happens, right? Moving on to the whole low quality women thing. What happens? I've seen this with my own eyes. These women end up getting married to beta males and all this stuff. And then you may see their Facebook posts, or you may see them in real life, and it's like, "I love my husband. He's the best. This and that, this and that." And the poor fucking guy they're with, they don't know the dirty ass past this woman had. And they'll never fucking tell him. But oh man, if he found out. If he finds out. But you know what the problem is? It's a problem with men in today's society as well. Like, if a guy like that found out, he'd be like, "Oh, you know, that was in the past, you know. I wasn't with her at that time, so, you know, she could do whatever she wants, you know. I didn't know her, she didn't know me. We all had our own lives." This is the sort of cuck and beta fucking mentality these men have nowadays, you know. It's pathetic. It's really pathetic, because I know that's what would happen. Especially if there were kids involved or something. It's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I have to forgive her past because, you know, we have kids together, this and that." It's just fucking nasty, dude. It's really fucking nasty. And if you're a guy in today's society, looking for a female, like, there's none that could be trusted. You know, you may find the most innocent, supposedly perfect female, but you never know what the fuck she did on the down low. You'll never know. You will never know, because you weren't in her shoes. And nobody will ever tell you, you know. You're lucky if somebody tells you. You're lucky if, for example, you know, you find a girl and then you start dating her, and then she has like this best female friend or whatever, and then, you know, her best female friend starts telling you shit like, you know, "Oh yeah, you know, this girl used to, you know, bang this dude and that dude," and, you know, they let you in on little hints and secrets where you kind of figure out yourself in one way or another. But, you know, that kind of helps, but even then, you know, what if that best friend wasn't around at the time they were doing all that nasty shit, you know? That's why all these things can't be trusted, you know? It's hard to trust anything or anybody these days, you know? Um, it's truly sad, but this is what this society, this is what this world has come to, and fuck knows what else is gonna happen in the future. Like I said, there's 18-year-old girls that had like 20 or 30 partners already. There's, okay, maybe that's no, it's not an exaggeration. Who am I fucking kidding? You know, there's, I knew this girl personally. She was like, what, 18 years old, and she already fucked like 12 dudes? Like, that's fucking nasty. You know, that's just fucking nasty. And most of the time, it's all drugged up, and like, they lose count. You know, they tell you it's 11, but it's more along the lines of like 22. It's always double the number. So they tell you 11, it's more than likely 22. And then there's like, you know, 20-year-old girls that had like 60 fucking dudes already in her. Like, and you're gonna settle down and you're gonna marry that? Like, you're gonna forgive that? You know, I'm not a saint, people. I'm not a fucking saint. And I'm not saying a lot of guys out there are saints either. But for a woman to do shit like that, that's just, it's just inexcusable. It's unexcusable. You can't refute that. Like, that's just filth and that's just nasty. Now let's say, oh, if a guy sleeps around with 60 women by the time he's 20 or whatever, yeah, that's still considered nasty. And it's still kind of considered filthy. And I would understand if a female of high quality, for example, wouldn't want to settle down with him or you know, this and that, you know. That's understandable. But why are they expecting, you know, weird-ass roles? Like, it's okay in today's society for a female to sleep with 60 guys by the time she's 20, and she's expecting, you know, a beta male provider, and she's expecting a guy that'll take care of her, and she's expecting marriage and children and all this stuff, you know. It's just so fucking stupid. It's mind-boggling, and this is the world we're stuck in, people, you know. Women didn't have that much access back in the day. A lot of people would say, oh yeah, women were always degenerate, men were always degenerate. Sure, but it was kind of on the down low, first of all, and second of all, you were limited in what you could do. If you take all this technology away, you know, in the 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever, women did not have the ability to sort of create such a social network and to move around so quickly and so often, you know. A girl nowadays could go on Tinder and she could have fucking 30 guys in one night, you know. A woman back in the days, maybe there were only like, you know, 10 or 15 guys at her school or something that she was trying to choose from, or like, you know, maybe like 100 or something guys in the whole fucking town, you know what I'm saying? So, it's really fucking crazy, people. It's really, really crazy. And it's hard because as a MGTOW, you know, it's like, I love going my way. I love my solitary nature and all this stuff, but it's like I still have a sex drive. I would still like to reproduce in one way or another. I've always had this, like I said, this fairy tale vision of these things, of like having, you know, the perfect wife and like perfect kids and just having like a fucking, just a simple life, a conservative, family with traditional family values, you know. Like, I would teach my children how to defend themselves, and my wife would, you know, iron my shirts and shit like that. And it's like, now you don't get that anymore. It's like a woman will tell you to iron your own shirts, and a woman will tell you, oh, I'll drop them off at the cleaners, or a woman would just, you know, completely ignore you, period. She'll be fucking and ironing somebody else's shirts while you're at home. Yeah, man, this is great. Oh, man. What a fucked up world, people. What a fucked up world. You know? So what is a man to do? What is a man to do? What other option is there except MGTOW? You know? This is what a lot of people, they try to debate me on. They're like, oh, why aren't you marrying? Why aren't you passing on your genes? Why aren't you doing this and that? It's just, it's a disaster. Like I said, if you saw the things I saw with my eyes, you would be you would see women as filth for the rest of your life. You know, I've always had conservative values. I always had traditional values, and just to see all this shit I saw, like I said, chicks fucking for $20 bags of weed, you know. And you know what the funny thing is? Around like 2 or 3 of these girls actually have had boyfriends, like on the side, and then the boyfriends were at home, or they were hanging out with friends or whatever, or they were getting stoned themselves somewhere or whatever, and their girls were fucking like dudes, like multiple dudes daily, for a $10 bag of herb or $20 bag of herb, you know. And then they would come back to their boyfriend, oh, I love you so much, you're so great, with somebody else's splooge inside them. And, like, it's nasty. And then you wonder all these herpes epidemics and HPV and syphilis and chlamydia and gonorrhea and all these epidemics going on. People are filthy as fuck, you know. And you never know. Like, you know, your woman leaves the house, you don't know what the fuck she's up to. Like I said, she may be doing all that crazy shit. She comes back to you, you're none the wiser, you know. You sleep with her, whatever. A couple months later, you find, oh shit, I got a fucking venereal disease. Where did it come from? I didn't sleep with anybody except my woman. Oh, maybe your woman slept with somebody else, you know. Holy shit, people, you know. I think the only option is, like, going to a very rural, like, unsophisticated, like, part of the world or the country or something, and, like, trying to find a female that's a virgin, or, like, even into these Amish societies where they don't have technology and they're highly religious and they have all these things, and they're dedicated to their husbands and stuff like that. Not saying that they could run away and leave the Amish community, you know, that's always a possibility too, but, you know, maybe that may be an option, you know, to go into these communities or to these rural places and find an untainted female with traditional values and conservative values, and you know, try that out, you know. That's honestly the only options I see. Running off into an Amish fucking thing, and then you would have to sort of transition and devote your life to becoming an Amish person yourself, and they don't really take in outsiders too often, you know. You have to be of Germanic, Nordic heritage, and you have to be strictly Christian, I believe they are. They're highly dogmatic, they're highly into the whole religious stuff. You might find a pure woman there. The women are very submissive, and life there seems pretty good. You know, I went to actually see one of these Amish places. I went on a tour there, and it's pretty chill, you know. You have a nice little house. All the money you make, you earn by your 2 hands. You don't need college degrees, you don't need anything. All the food you eat, you grow. All the clothes on your body that you have and your family has, it's handmade by the wife. You know, you provide her with the sheep's wool, she makes the clothes, this and that. So it's a self-sustaining, and you also make business out of that. You're a farmer. You sell to the community, and you sell to tourists and other people and all this stuff. So it was very peaceful. I remember going there, and it's just like the air smelled different, and it was so peaceful. Like when the sun set, like I said, when I first went in there was just an air of purity. It's just coming from the city or anywhere else, and then you just smell that clean, just farm, fresh crops growing, you know, air. It's a massive difference. It really clears your head. Like, my mind and all that stuff wasn't as muddled. It worked so much better in that place. And I definitely felt a lot healthier during my, you know, I think it was like 4 or 5 hours that I was there. And the food was fucking spectacular, people, let me tell you. I've eaten a lot of different food in my life, but that was just just amazing. Like, you have all these vegans and all these vegetarians and all these organic freaks and all this stuff. You never had true, raw, beautiful tasting food until you tasted Amish food. The cakes they make. Oh my god, those pretzels, what were they? Just, you know those pretzels that you get in the mall with the salt and all that stuff on them? they make those handmade, oh my god, buttery, fucking amazing flavor. Fucking just amazing. You go into the little shops and stuff like that, they have homemade candles, beautiful smells. Forget about this synthetic Bed Bath Body bullshit. Like, that was true shit. And then the candy, even the candy they had was fucking amazing. It was naturally flavored and naturally sort of sweet, and it was just amazing, amazing stuff. But anyway, I'm rambling about too much shit, but you know, it's sort of the ideal existence. I mean, what's a man supposed to do? Is he supposed to sit behind a desk and work his life away and do nothing? Or if he believes in the true traditional values, and he believes in actually progressing his life in such a way where you could be in the company of a female and actually be happy and not be nervous and not be worried, that you're with a slut or something like that, It's something to think about. But time's ticking, I gotta decide for myself ASAP, And I gotta make the moves. It's simple as that. I don't feel like deteriorating. Like, I don't mind the solitary existence and stuff like that, but it would be nice, to have just some sort of the main point of human existence is to reproduce, to have offspring, to see them grow, like, it would be nice, to have little children that look like me and raising them to, raising them in the way, and following my values and following my traditions and all this stuff, and then seeing them grow, and then them having, similar things, and them learning hands-on, farming techniques and all this stuff. No need to send them off to some college so they become liberal scum and, they get brainwashed into believing all this fucking liberal SJW feminist nonsense, because that's the main thing. It's a plague. It's a brainwashing plague that's going on. And it makes these women more promiscuous and makes all this stuff, The conservatives are the new punk rock, Like, before it was like all the conservatives were fucking lame-os and they were stupid. But now, the SJWs and the feminists and all these people are freaks of fucking nature, and the conservatives are the counterculture. Conservatives are considered cool, the cool people, not these, it's fucking weird how things change. But anyway, people, peace out.